Alright guys, we're back. So we're working on the recall, and that's, Allison, how we're getting Gracie doing good with the healing. It's all falling under that umbrella. If you didn't do that, it wouldn't work, that I know of. Alright, come on, let's go. And it's time to talk about Dave again, and I found out Dave lives out there in California. He could be your neighbor. I didn't found, I figured out. Not like I was online being stalkerish or anything. I saw at the bottom of the newsletter their mailing address is California, and I figured out, Gracie! Listen, your name isn't Gracie. He fits in perfectly out there in California. But if you see Dave in your neighborhood, please tell him nothing! Terrified of me. So I'm going to try to get her when she's running away. Oh, Biddy, you stepped right in the water. Alright, and this tire toy was in the bottom of the pond. This thing really doesn't even look that familiar. I don't know how long it was in there. It looks like a pretty good toy. But you know how normal ponds have like a real tire in the bottom? Mine has this thing. Honestly, this does not look familiar at all. I don't know how long that's possibly been in the pond. It just doesn't look familiar at all. All right, come on. Anyway, Allison, I hope you loved the family in slow-mo video where Gracie was bringing up the rear. That was the cutest thing ever. All through. She loves Gracie. And you can see what happened right there. I mean, that was bounce. Try to get a couple more slow-mos of her. That was bounce, and coming back in this direction. And that's your job at home, you guys. And Allison, she'll be conditioned, but if you're training them at home, your job is to look for that angle. Gracie, good. You're not going to get a better double back turn than that. Once she's feeling that pager, there's no more forward motion. If they were going really, really fast, you know, it might be a little more difficult because they do have to decelerate. I'm telling you, those fish are following me. And there's a lot. I told my uncle he could come over here and go fishing. But I make him fish over on that side, and he doesn't like it because there's all kinds of grass over there. But we're not allowed to catch the trained fish. Or my giant catfish. Anyway, and my cousin was going to come down, and my uncle told her not to come down, and she listened. Oh! I told her, just tell him we're coming anyway. But she doesn't. She's still scared of him after all this time. Gracie! I mean, we got to get that in slow-mo because that is really, it's a very specific maneuver that she's doing. Over there. There's a lot of big fish under there because really there's a little kind of habitat under there, and that's where all the baby fish hide. The big fish over there really aren't trained like mine. See, they don't jump up. The little ones do. Of course, if I train them, then I'm not going to want anyone to catch them. I'm funny that way. Alright, girl, we're going to go, and I'm going to try to see if we can get a couple of those real good little flips in slow-mo. Hi, girl.